Okay, y'all, so we have all been trying to keep up with this Ashley Janae investigation. Now, I did a previous video on it, so if you're not caught up, go watch my last video, but here's an update. So Ashley Janae's family is speaking out about the situation. They elaborated that there is still an investigation going on, but that Ashley's fiance, Joe McCann, has been MIA. Take a look.
To find out, I got 2 emails today from the embassy in Zanzibar. They said the investigation is still ongoing. That we have not determined the cause of death yet at all. An investigation is still ongoing and still pending right now. So there has nothing official has been released. That's what we're trying to find out. We just want answers. We think it's very odd that our daughter is traveling with Joe and we don't hear anything from Joe. To me, that's very odd. And initial call that she got from Joe was 11 hours after something had transpired in the room, and that's very odd. 11 hours later.
So have you spoken to him since, and what has he been saying?
There has been no communication here.
Was there any footage? Did you look at the footage? Did you see the footage? These are things that's very important to us. These are things that can clear everything up. It gives us a timeline. It lets us know what happened. We have not seen or heard or even anything about any kind of footage, surveillance. These are things that we need to know.
And what they're saying has a lot of people asking some real questions about this man. And you see this family is pushing to see the camera footage. And I think that will settle whatever needs to be settled. If he did come into her room, it should be on camera. And they should be willingly showing this footage. But let's break down what we know so far. Ashley and Joe got into an argument after he proposed. It got so bad that the hotel staff had to step in and separate them. And it was so bad that they moved Joe to a completely different villa about a 10-minute walk from where Ashley was staying. And about 3 hours after they separated them, she was found unconscious and she was rushed to the hospital. Now, the Tanzanian authorities initially said that this was a suicide, and Joe McCann reportedly told them that she hung herself. Now, if you saw my last video, I gave you guys an update that had just dropped saying that the Tanzanian police did say that this was a suicide. Now, even though the police has said that this was a suicide and that's their ruling, there's still an investigation going on, so nothing is written in stone. We are still waiting for the autopsy to come back. So again, this investigation is still pending. And right now, Zanzibar police are still questioning Joe McCann, and they have taken his passport, so this man is not going anywhere. And this could also be why Ashley's family has not heard anything from him, because he is under investigation. Now, if he has a lawyer, I'm sure that lawyer has told him not to contact the family and say anything. Now, her dad, Harry Robinson, has started a GoFundMe with a $50,000 goal, and that money is supposed to cover travel costs. Now, remember, they're trying to get out there to figure out what is really going on, and also they're gonna have to pay to bring her body back, which is very expensive. And this money does look like it would also help cover funeral costs and other unexpected expenses tied to dealing with an overseas investigation. But people have had a lot to say about that. They're questioning why she didn't have life insurance, and her fiance Joe is reportedly worth $45 million. Now, if you didn't know, he founded a whole cryptocurrency investment firm. So people are bothered by this family asking the public for help. But let's be real, we know the family is not getting anything from Joe McCann. He is not even talking to them. And then some people brought up her having a life insurance policy, but this is the thing, even if Ashley had a life insurance policy, those companies are not releasing a penny while there's an active investigation going on, and this investigation could take months. I mean, that money is completely frozen until a cause of death is officially determined. And then on top of that, if the death does end up being ruled a suicide, whether or not the policy even pays out depends on how old that policy is. A lot of policies will not pay out for suicide if the policy is under 2 years old. So this family could be looking at months of waiting with no answer. So of course they started a GoFundMe. Now the main question around this situation is, did Joe McCann take Ashley's life? So that is what everyone is waiting to find out. We already know that this is not looking good for him. I mean, he does look very guilty, because her family and friends have already spoken out and said that Ashley was not that type of person. She was not suicidal. suicidal. She was not depressed. Now, on the other hand, to be fair, if you know, you know. Depression does not always show its face. Sometimes depression can look very happy, look very unbothered. You will sometimes never know. Sometimes people just don't show the signs of a private struggle that they are dealing with. And this could be the possibility with Ashley. We don't know. But again, it's not looking too good for Joe. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. What do you feel about the family speaking out? How do you feel about what they said? Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. That's all I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, you guys. So everybody has been talking about the tragic case of Ashley Janae. Now, let me start off by saying my heart goes out to the family, and I hope that you get some answers in Ashley's case. But I wanted to try to put out a little bit more information on this whole story. So Ashley Janae, whose real name is Ashley Robinson, is a 31-year-old model, actress, and lifestyle influencer. Now, Ashley started modeling very young, but it morphed into a career. Ashley has been seen on billboards. She's been on packaging for items that you may have purchased. Her face has also been on the window at beauty supply stores, and she has been featured in music videos for your favorite artists. So Ashley has built a name for herself. She's worked hard her entire life. Now, sometime in 2024, Ashley met a man by the name of Joe McCann. And the reason why we know they met in 2024 is because they celebrated their one-year anniversary in November of 2025. Joe McCann is the owner of Asymmetrical Financial, which is a modern-day crypto fund. Now, Joe has been featured on dozens of videos about crypto funding and trading all across social media. Now, we don't know how Joe and Ashley actually met, but within a year of dating, they would travel all around the world. Ashley would feature Joe on her TikToks, and it seemed like the couple was having a good time with each other. Nothing will compare to the trip they would take in April of this year to Africa. Now, Ashley's birthday was on April 5th, and she turned 31 on April 5th. Just 2 days before Ashley's 31st birthday, on April 3rd, Joe would propose. Now, Ashley took to social media. She was excited. She was happy. She described this entire trip to Africa as her dream trip, and she didn't want to wake up. But on April 5th, which would have been Ashley's birthday, Joe says that he found her unresponsive in their villa. Now, Ashley was rushed to a hospital where she was sadly pronounced deceased. Now, allegedly, from what Joe is saying, Ashley might have done this to herself. This hasn't been confirmed, and her family does not believe this either. Ashley's family put out a statement saying that Ashley was full of life and she would have never taken her own life. Not only that, this was her dream trip. She was in Africa. She just got proposed to. It was also her birthday. Ashley's family is calling her death suspicious, and they are calling for a full investigation. Now, since Ashley's death, Joe has not spoken. Now, he hasn't said anything. And a lot of people think that Joe may know more about what actually took place in that villa. Now, Ashley's story is now blowing up on social media because everybody wants answers and they want justice for Ashley. So as of right now, that is all the information that we have. Like I said before, Ashley's families and friends are saying that she would have never taken her own life. Now, you guys, please let me know your thoughts on this case. Justice for Ashley.